Good morning. Today is going to be a nice gentle yoga sequence. Go ahead and get a mat and a couple blocks. If you have one, there's a music playlist on Spotify that I've shared, or you can choose your own music, of course. Let's go ahead and start on our backs today. We'll just start maybe with your soles of your feet together, palms face up, and just relax. And start to breathe primarily through your nose. Inhaling and exhaling nice and slow. And as a reminder, yoga is for you, so do what's right for your practice. If something's too easy, feel free to modify it to be more challenging, or if something's too challenging, feel free to make it too easy. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just do something that feels comfortable for you and rejoin when you're ready. At any point, take a break if you need it. Today, as I'm recording this, it's Easter Sunday, and I think a lot of people today are setting relevant intentions of maybe all the stuff that's great right now besides the coronavirus stuff. So maybe think about some of the benefits of the current situation or some of the joy currently in your life. And maybe go ahead and straighten your legs. Get your heels in, toes out wide. Sort of a shavasana to start the class. And maybe bring your arms up overhead. And just stretch a bit. And continue to breathe. And as a reminder, I'm teaching these classes, one, to make sure I stay active every day doing all of this, but also for you to help you stay active. And I find yoga to be incredible. You bring your arms out like cactus arms. You bring your arms out like a T, palms face down. You just lift up with your chest a little bit and onto the ends of your fingers and thumb, and relax. Maybe do that one more time. Inhale, just stretch up, and exhale down. And curl your right toes back and bring your left foot to your leg, sort of a flat tree pose. And bend your arms back to cactus arms. And you're welcome to stay here. Or maybe you exhale and start to bring your two legs up, keeping them in that tree shape. And then inhale, lower them back down, hover a little bit. Inhale them back up. Exhale, release. And then bring that left knee towards your chest. Maybe out to the side a little bit. And then maybe bring it over for a gentle spinal twist. Looking out to your left hand, your right foot comes towards the earth on the other side. Right hand helping that right leg over. And inhale back up to center. Bring both knees to your chest. Just gently rock side to side. And then straighten that left leg. Bend the right knee into that tree shape. Arms out like goalposts. Just breathe here for a couple breaths. And then maybe exhale, your legs come up. Inhale them back down. Hover. Exhale, bring them up. Inhale, release. And bring that right knee to the chest and then the outside. And maybe bring it over your body. Looking over towards your right hand, keeping your right shoulder planted. Maybe using that left hand to coax that left leg close, or right leg closer to the left side. Inhale back to center. Bend the knees. Rock side to side. Maybe bring the soles of your feet to the sky. Reach outside your feet for happy baby. Just gently rock side to side. Bring the soles of your feet together. Reclined butterfly. Keeping your knees bent, bring one arm up overhead. Roll to your side. And come up to a seated pose. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, release to the side. Continue, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale up. And exhale, release. Really? Otto has just informed me we're in 15 minutes and go outside to see the Easter Bunny. Okay. Inhale up overhead. And then exhale, just fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Now bring your right leg forward. Left foot against your right leg. Inhale your arms up overhead. And then twist to one side. Right leg, right arm forward, left arm back. And bring your arms up to center on your inhale. And exhale the opposite side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward over that front leg. Inhale, slowly rise up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Inhale, sit up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, extend that left leg. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward over that leg. Inhale, rise up. Come back to easy pose. Inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale, lean to your right. Maybe look under that left arm. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, rise up through center. Take some seated cat-cows. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, belly forward, chest forward, shoulders back, head forward. It's nice for opening up your spine, the muscles around it. In any cat-cow sequence, we're not swinging the head, just doing what's right for you. Your head just comes along for the ride rather than being something you actively move. You move the spine and your head moves along with you. Return to neutral. Bring your hands to your knees and just shrug your shoulders a few times forwards, a few times back. Maybe lean your head side to side. Look down at your right shoulder. On the inhale and exhale, slowly start to rotate your head and take some full revolutions. Nice and slow, pausing anywhere you feel any discomfort. After a few revolutions, pause and then rotate. Nice, my dog. Trixie, that's enough. Sorry about that. We're going to inhale and we're going to bring the right arm overhead, left hand behind you. Maybe you interlace them, maybe you don't. Just get a nice stretch here. And then exhale, fold forward gently. Inhale, rise back up. Switch sides. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, gently fold forward. Maybe interlacing your fingers, maybe not. If you have a strap, you could grab it, or you could use your shirt like a strap if you want. Inhale, rise up. We're going to teeter-totter. One hand facing me, the other hand facing you. Inhale, activating the sides of our neck here. Our hands a little bit. One more time on each side with your own breath. Return to neutral. And just start to rotate your wrists with your hands like knuckles and then your hands straight. Maybe rotate the other direction. Maybe just interlace your fingers and just kind of hands away from you. Then inhale, arms up overhead into a cow, and exhale, round your spine, arms forward into a cat. Cow, cat. On the next, cow up, and then lean to one side. Inhale up for a cow, and then round to the other side. Inhale up and release. Maybe you plant your hands behind you, facing forward. Plant the soles of your feet, and you can just stay right here, sitting tall. Bring your shoulders back and chest forward, or you can come to a tabletop. Reverse tabletop, bringing your hips up, lifting with your triceps, looking head back with your head. And you can release. Inhale up, and exhale, release. Bring your knees to one side. Come on to hands and knees. And start with your fingers facing forward. And do a couple cat-cows, lowering your belly, chest forward. Looking up. And exhale, round your spine. Looking down. Continue with your own breath through cow and cat. And then return to neutral. Rock your hips side to side. Ignore my dog barking. Turn your hands outward. Rock side to side. Get a little different stretch on your wrists. Let me bring your hands toward you. And rock forward and back if you can. If not, don't worry about it. And then maybe flip your palms. And just kind of rock forward and back as much as you can. Again, trying to stretch those wrists out a little bit. And flip them back up and place the fingers inside and rock side to side. And just sit back on your feet and just rotate your wrists a little bit. Maybe stretch your fingers and then bring them to knuckles, stretch and compress. And come back to hands and knees. And what we're going to do is sort of bend one elbow and look to the other side. Straighten and bend the other elbow and look to the other side. Straighten the elbows and just kind of start to slowly come down and eventually end up in a child's pose. Straighten the arms, hips back. Actively push forward with your hands, helping your hips come further back. You're going to inhale, walk your hands off to the right hand side. And settle back in for that child's pose with a twist. Continue to breathe. And inhale, slowly walk through center. And exhale off to the left. And inhale back through center. Come back to your hands and knees. And we're just going to bring the right leg straight behind you, toes planted. Just sort of rock back and forth on your toes a little bit. And then we're just going to lift that right leg, keeping parallel to the earth, toes pointed down. And if you can stay there, or you can round your knee to your forehead. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, round. Inhale, straighten. And you could stay there, or you could also bring your left hand forward and bring your knee to your forehead and straighten. Round. Straighten. Round. Straighten, and you could stay there, or you could take a heart opener by bending your knee, foot to your hand to your foot, chest forward, shoulders back. And you can plant your hand, bring your foot to the outside, left side of your mat, tap twice. Arc up and over, inhaling and exhaling back and forth. Take a nice moon up and over, opening up your hips. Tapping twice on each side. Once more on each side. And return to neutral. Just sort of rock your hips side to side again. And then we're going to straighten that left leg back. Toes planted. And just rock up and down the Achilles and calf and foot a little bit. And then you can just bring your leg up in the air if you'd like and just stay there. Or you could round, extend, round, extend, round. Hold the extension for a breath. You can stay here, or you can grab your back foot with your hand, taking a heart opener. You bring your front hand down, tap twice on the right side, outside your mat, arc up and over, inhaling side to side. Opening up your hips, nice and slow and deliberate. One more time on each side. Return to neutral. We're going to curl our toes under and come into our first down dog. Just straighten your legs, lift your hips, gently rock side to side. And as with any time your hands are on the earth, try to create as little space between the earth and your hands as possible. Spreading your fingers nice and wide, engaging your outer two fingers, your triceps with a slight bend in your elbows, knuckles, finger rounds to take pressure off your wrists. Maybe bend one knee and straighten the other. Maybe come onto your toes and lower back down. Gonna inhale, right leg behind you in the air. Bend your knee, stack your hips. Inhale, straighten your right leg. And exhale, glide forward, come to a low lunge. Back knee on the mat. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, glide forward, open up your arms, take a nice full circle. And then bring your arms up, relax your shoulders. And then maybe cactus your arms. And then on your exhale, just sort of bring your elbows and hands together. And inhale, widen. Exhale, together. Inhale, spread them. And then bring your right hand to your right hip. And exhale, lean forward with your left hand. Take a twist. Knee outside your elbow. Hands together. Bring your knees together behind you. And surrender down for a narrow knee child's pose. Keep your forearms planted. Inhale, glide your chest forward. Come through cobra. And exhale up for down dog. Inhale your left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips. Inhale, straighten that left leg. And exhale, glide it forward. Down to low lunge, lower that back knee. Inhale, lean back with your full body. And then exhale, glide forward. Open up your arms and chest, take a nice full revolution. Inhale your arms up high. And then bend your elbows into cactus. And exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And then exhale your arms up, shoulders relaxed. Inhale your right hand, your right hip. Exhale, lean forward. Take a twist. Elbow outside your knee. That leaning forward helps decompress the spine, taking pressure off your body, making the twist more approachable. Exhale, release to center. Front knee meets your back. Come into narrow knee child's pose for a breath. Inhale, glide your heart forward. Come through up dog or cobra this time if you like. And exhale to down dog. Inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. And exhale, fold forward. One hand, the opposite elbow, and vice versa. Let that head surrender to the earth. Legs straighten with a micro bend in your knees. Just let that head surrender more towards the earth with each exhale. And maybe exhale, surrender your hands to the earth. Inhale, hands to your shins, flat back for a half lift. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, slowly rise up. Adjust the computer screen a little bit. Decapitated yoga may be all the rage, but it's not for me today. Inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to your low back. Either hands pointing down or interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, look back and up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Maybe bring your arms up over your back if that's good for you today. Exhale, fold forward. And walk forward. And you can either take a plank here or you can come on your knees for a gentler plank. Just gonna hold it for a bit. And then exhale, slowly lower yourself to the earth. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And exhale for down dog. Stay in down dog. We'll come to child's pose for a breath or two. We'll get a water, drink if you need it. I just did a pretty intense class right before this, so I'm just a little winded today. Whenever you're ready, come back to down dog. Inhale your right leg behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. We're coming up through warrior one, warrior A. Front knees bent, back leg straight out at a 45-degree angle. Hips are forward, shoulders are relaxed, arms up. The more relaxed your shoulders are, the straighter your arms are. If you try to muscle it, you'll come out like this. If you relax, you can straighten. And we're gonna inhale, just straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, and hold. We'll bring our hands together and come out to warrior B. Now our legs are in the same plane, our heels are aligned. Front knees bent, make sure it's tracking over your ankle. Upper body's vertical, arms out like T. Shoulders relaxed and look over your front hands maybe. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And then windmill the arms down. And we're going to take a revolved side angle. So you're going to plant your left hand inside your right foot. Bring your right arm up. And look back, keep that back leg straight. Exhale, release. Plant your hands. Come back through high push-up or plank. Take a vinyasa flow. High push-up to low push-up. You could be on your knees if you need to. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And exhale for down dog. And inhale, slowly walk your hands back to your feet. And exhale, bend your knees, arms up for chair. And exhale, relax your heels. Fold forward. Walk yourself into a down dog. Inhale that left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. We're coming up to warrior A again. Front knees bent, back leg straight, separate tracks. So knee tracks over the ankle. Back foot's out at 45 degrees. Hips forward. Shoulders relaxed, arms up. Inhale, straighten that front leg most of the way. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And inhale your hands together. And exhale, your back foot now comes out. Your heels are aligned. Coming into warrior B. Front knees bent. Upper body's vertical. Arms out. Hips to the side. Look forward. Over your hands. Inhale, straighten that front knee most of the way. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. And then inhale, unwind. We're going to take revolved side angle. So left hand inside your right foot. Left arm up. Right hand inside left foot. No, yeah, right hand side left foot, left arm up. Exhale, release the twist. And come back to plank. And take a high push-up to low push-up. Up dog to down dog. And come back to child's pose. And surrender. You can stay here or thread the needle as well. To thread the needle, you bring your right arm up overhead. And then bring it under your left. You can stay there. Or you can twist. Left hand outside your right hip. For a twisted, threaded child's pose. If you're twisting and threading, unwind and then bring that left arm up overhead. Out to the right side. Right hand up behind you. Outside your left hips. Inhale, slowly unwind. Back through center. Back to hands and knees. Just take a cat-cow. So lower for cow. Exhale, round for cat. Take one more. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Curl your toes. Come back up through down dog. Inhale your right leg in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward. Warrior A. Front knees bent, back leg straight. And exhale, warrior B. From warrior B, flip your front palm and lean forward. And lean back for reverse warrior. Inhale, straighten that front knee. Top hand lifts higher for reverse triangle. Keep those legs straight, arms out like warrior bee arms. And then exhale, lean forward and tilt up for triangle. The top hand's actively lifting up, top shoulder back in the same plane as your legs. Bottom hand is just kind of floating down on your shin or your quad. Most people need to focus on that lift rather than also coming down. Exhale, unwind it. Take a vinyasa flow, high push-up to low push-up. Up dog or cobra to down dog. Inhale that left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, glide it forward to warrior A on this side. Relax the shoulders, straighten the arms, hips forward. Hands together, warrior B. Inhale, flip the front palm, lean forward. And lean back for reverse warrior. Keep the arms there, straighten that front leg for reverse triangle. Lift that top hand up a little higher maybe. And inhale, arms to warrior B, arms, keeping the legs where they are. And exhale, lean forward and tilt for triangle. Lifting nice and tall, keeping that shoulder back. And exhale, keep the arms where they are and just bend that front knee for side angle. Adosh. And exhale, release the twist. Take a vinyasa flow, high push-up to low push-up. Up dog to down dog. And come onto your knees and hands. Inhale, lower your belly, chest forward, look forward. Exhale, round into a cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale for a cat. Oh boy. Now we're going to do, so start to cool down a bit. We're going to do a sequence. That's one of my favorites. It's lizard to half splits to pigeon. Shifting hands and knees. Bring that right leg back parallel to the earth. And exhale, bring it forward outside your hands. We're in humble warrior or lizard. Knees tracking over the ankle, starting tall. You can stay here. You could lower your hands into a block. Or you can do bird of paradise, which is one of my favorite. To do bird of paradise, what you do is you bring your right hand and arm under your right leg. And then you can either just slide your foot out diagonally to the right side, or if you're not sure about this, you can just heel toe your foot out to the side. You're keeping the sole of your foot planted. You're keeping this arm here to support your leg. And then eventually, you're able to just surrender. You keep this right leg, right hand under an arm under your right leg for support. Sole of your right foot's planted, and you just surrender. This looks challenging, but it's actually easier than the other two expressions of this pose that I just showed. Just requires some trust that you can get there and just relaxing. And you can get to it through just one fluid motion. But I know if you're a beginner or you not familiar with this pose, it might feel foreign to you. So just do what you can. Wherever you're at, just stay here for a few more breaths. All right, inhale, slowly rise up. If you're in bird of paradise and you're not trying to get out, just sweep that leg back behind you and come back up through hands and knees. And then bring that right knee forward like we were at the start of this. Then come through half splits, just straighten that front leg. Lean forward. Maybe bring it further forward if you'd like. It's a great place for blocks, either under your hands or under your hamstring. Maybe your forehead comes closer to your knee. Keep those toes curled back on the front leg. And bend that front knee. And then if you have bad knees, just come onto your back and do a figure four. Or just bring your knee to your chest. Otherwise, come into pigeon by heel toeing your foot out to the side and surrendering. But start tall. Check your alignment with your knee. Plant your hands in front of you and start to slowly walk down. And if that feels good, maybe you slide your forearms all the way forward and surrender to your chest. Or any other variation you know that might feel good to you. You can always place a block or a big towel or blanket underneath your right hip to keep it elevated but supported if that helps you. Inhale, slowly rise up. Compact the hands and knees. And just rotate that right leg around, opening up your hips a little bit. And planting your right knee. And inhale, right leg behind you. Left leg behind you. Exhale, glide it forward, starting out at high lizard. Just enjoy this posture for a couple breaths before you move on. And if you want, you can come onto your forearms or forearms in a block. Or you can explore bird of paradise by bringing your left arm under your left leg. Like I said, you can heel toe it slowly out to the side. Or you can slide it in one full swoop. Just keep your sole of your foot on the earth. The arm under your leg for support. And look off to that side. I've got my hand under my head just because I don't want my AirPod to fall in my ear. But you can just put your cheek to the earth and look off to that side. And just trust that this pose is right for you if it is. And once you get there, it's actually quite easy to hold it. It's just a matter of trusting that you can get there. Yoga is often about letting your body do what it knows how to do and not trying to muscle your way through something or forcing it. That's one reason I really like this pose. Beyond it feeling good and being a really nice stretch for my body. Inhale, slowly rise back up to center. Back up through high lizard. And then straighten that front leg for half splits. No, that's funny. And you can do stay in half splits or slide a little further forward if that's right for you. To the side. Or on your back, of course. Start up tall. Check your alignment. Try to keep that shin as parallel to the front of the mat as is comfortable. Hip, knee outside your hip. And then exhale, start to slowly roll forward. If that feels good, maybe surrender all the way to the earth. Arms all the way forward. Continue breathing. Inhale, slowly rise up. I didn't roll it tight enough, I guess. I was asking what y'all about. It'll be fine once it's stretched out for a bit. Inhale your left leg. Just circle it around a few times. And then slowly surrender down to Sphinx pose. Forearms are parallel forward. You look down, chin towards your chest, but not quite on it. Plant the tops of your feet to the earth, and maybe your knees come off. Maybe you lift your belly. Then inhale, slowly roll forward. Staying on your arms, maybe lift your legs a little bit off the earth. Maybe bring your arms forward. Exhale, release, planting your hands on top of each other. Resting your head on your hands for a moment. Heels out, toes together. And just breathe. Inhale, one arm up overhead. Just roll over onto your back. Plant your feet at the edge of your mat. Arms out like a T, palms up or down. And just windshield wiper your knees both over to one side and both over to the other. Back and forth. Inhaling, exhaling to the side, inhaling up, exhaling to the other side. And then plant your feet. Arms out like a T. And bring your right knee over your left leg. And then roll out to the left side for a spinal twist. If that's too much, just bend your knees at 90 degrees and twist your knees off to the side like this. If you need to plant something under your knees, that's fine. The block's great. Try and keep your shoulders planted and look over towards your right. Inhale, rise up through center. Plant both feet. Now bring the left knee over the right. And then whatever side you did before, do the opposite and roll the other side. I may have cued it wrong. Whichever knee is on top, is that's the side. That'll stay on top as you roll away from that side. So if your left leg's on top, you're rolling to the right. If your right leg's on top, you're rolling to the left. Keep your shoulders planted and look towards the hand, away from the side you're rolling towards. Inhale, slowly rise back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Arms stay out like a T. And just let yourself into a butterfly. Quiet butterfly. Now from this reclined butterfly, bring your feet close together. Try to lift your hips slowly up in the air. You can either stay here or place a block under your sacrum for support. Knees wide, you're resting on your shoulder blades and your feet primarily. Your head's touching the earth, but it's really not doing much work. You might start to shake. That's perfect. You're releasing some trauma, which kind of builds up in your low back. Continue to breathe. If you need a break, just take one, but try to hold it if you can. And exhale, slowly release. Straighten your heels down, arms up overhead, and stretch. We're going to take a supported bridge, or just a normal bridge. If you have a block or a towel, maybe grab it. Inhale, just bring your feet close to your bottom, roughly where your hands can reach them if you straighten down. Roll onto each shoulder, opening that heart. And inhale, just lift your hips, and you can stay here. You can place a block on low or medium underneath your hips and just rest on it. Your arms can stay in front of you. You can float up overhead if you'd like. And then I recommend your block on low for this, or you can find a wall. I'm going to bring legs up the wall. And our upper body's in Shavasana. Our lower body's essentially in Shavasana, except our legs are up in the air. For gentle inversion, letting some blood flow down the opposite direction. If you use a wall, you just approach the wall from the side. Get your hips right up next to the wall. Just swing your legs up. And then maybe put a block under your hips, or maybe just lay against the wall with your legs up. But you can stay here as long as you'd like. Or you can come down to traditional Shavasana by bending your knees, planting your feet on the earth, lifting up, removing the block. Legs up wide, arms up overhead. And then bring your hands to center. Toes out. Palms face out. And just relax. We should have enough time for a decent Shavasana today. Sometimes I cut it a little short, but today should be pretty good. Let's just stay here for a while and rest and breathe. Palms face up, fingers spread wide. If you're holding any tension in your body, breathe into that part of your body and just relax it. And if you find that shoulders have tension, you can bring your shoulder blades a little closer together, sort of like a little fish pose. And just breathe and relax. And you'll start to slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring some life back to your hands and feet. Inhale your arms up overhead, your heels down, like being pulled in opposite directions. And inhale. Bring your knees to your chest and gently rock side to side. Maybe take small circles. And then rotate the other direction. Inhale, pick one arm up, bring it overhead. Roll that side and stay there for a couple breaths. And inhale, slowly rise up to a seated posture. Maybe sit on the edge of a block. And inhale your arms up overhead. And exhale, release down. Maybe reflect on how you feel compared to just 1 hour ago. Inhale up, exhale down. Maybe feel more open, relaxed, calm. Maybe you're in awe of moving energy around. Inhale your arms up overhead one more time. Bring your hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in your practice today. Hope you have a wonderful day and you're able to take something from this practice and bring it into your everyday life. Namaste. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to send it my way. Thanks. Bye.